57 million people of Kenya live in a very beautiful and diverse country. From the shores of the Indian Ocean to Lake Victoria, and from the Serengeti Plains to the top of Mount Kenya, you can see how culturally diverse these people are as well. Most of them are lost and living without hope in this darkened world. Many lost souls are dying, and they need the light of the gospel to shine in their hearts. The Shelby family has committed their lives for over 25 years to sharing the gospel in Kenya to these precious people who need the Lord.
Lord, burden my heart for the country of Kenya as a young person, and at the age of 17, I committed my life to share the gospel to those that sit in darkness and in the shadow of death.
Tukiweka neno la Mungu tutoe, tuweke siasa. Kila mtu hawezi kuwa sawa. Ukombozi hawezi kuwa sawa.
We've seen several people that need to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ, but our heart has been to try to get the gospel into the Maasai villages. I've taken several trips, I've been there several times, and several people have gotten saved, but every time the devil has fought and there's been difficulties and problems of ever trying to get something started. But in 2021, the Lord enabled us to be able to start our first independent Baptist church in the Maasai community, in the town of Narok. And Samuel, one of our graduates, moved to that town and had a Bible study going for 3 years in his uncle's house. And they built up a group of people in a Bible study, was able to have that church get started by April of 2021. 42 people came to know Christ as their personal Savior at that week while we were having that meetings before the church started. And in the first 2 weeks, 25 people were baptized in that new church. And we thank the Lord so much for what He's done there.
Since then, we have visited several more villages in outreach from those who've been saved in Narok. Many more have been saved along the way, and God helped us to start another church in Otapesi, which is near the Tanzanian border. The Maasai tribe is so steeped in their tradition, but we are thankful that changes are evident in the lives of these men and women who have trusted Jesus Christ as their Savior. Please pray that God will continue this work as we try to learn the language and get them Bible study materials translated into their language. There is still a lot of work to be done.
Sasa ukweli mimi nilikuwa nafikiri kama nimeokoka. Hata mtu kama alikuwa ameniuliza kama nimeokoka, mimi anasema ni kweli. Lakini vile leo nimekuja kufundishwa, nimekuja leo kujua mambo Yesu ni kweli. Si kuwa nimeokoka, lakini leo nimepokea nini? Maneno ya Mungu. Sasa anajua ni kuna kama mkambili. Nilikuwa makasirika sana kwa hii kazi ya Mungu. Nilikuwa nasema hata heri niwache kwa sababu nimekuwa mzigo na sijui mahali naelekea. Sasa ni vile leo nimekuja kufundishwa, akakuja kupata wokovu ni nini na mambo ya Mungu ni gani, kwa sababu sikuwa naelewa, kwa sababu hamna watu wanakuwa nafundisha sisi.
Amen. So sasa ukikufa kuna uhakika utaenda mbinguni?
Sasa kukufa mimi niko na hakika nitaenda mbinguni, kwa sababu sasa nimejua mambo ya Mungu ni gani, njia ya Mungu ni gani. Sikuwa najua. Nimepokea Yesu.
Amen.
Because we've started 32 churches, it's hard for everybody that needs biblical training to come to our one town of Kisii, where we've been training them for so many years. When COVID hit, it sent everybody back to the villages. In 2021, when things got opened up, COVID started opening up more. We had a high of 80 students joining our classes. They were meeting in 12 different locations. And we have 72 students right now enrolled in our Bible college, and we're expecting to have over 30 graduates at the end of this 3-year program at the end of 2023. And so we're excited about what God's going to do, what God has done already in the lives of these young men and women, and what He will do in the future in starting and planting new churches in the areas around us that still need to hear the gospel.
But since I received Jesus into my life, He has changed my life my family, and even the community. Many people believe the gospel and their lives are changing each and every time. And even my brothers got saved, and I have peace in my mind and my heart. That salvation is free and forever in Jesus Christ.
Many doors have opened to preach the gospel in Kenya, but there are still so many who have not been reached. Hundreds of villages and towns that have no gospel witness, and people are struggling and dying without hope. We will continue to have compassion to make a difference. We still need your help to make a difference as you pray and as you give. We still need you to send us. Would you come to Kenya and help us have compassion and make a difference?
Tanya and I are so grateful for your prayers and support during these last several years. We thank you so much for what you've done for us.
Giving light to them that sit in darkness and in the shadow of death.